we know it. Maybe, might be, could be. Anyway, the end of the world as we know it, as in not the whole annihilation, but the beginning of something new. We have all gone radio rental, and rightly so. You know, the governments of the world have totally pushed us into this situation due to a virus called coronavirus. Oh, sorry, corona. Coronavirus. Yeah, I termed that one in Dusseldorf on a stag do a few weeks ago. However, it's no laughing matter, and I'm not playing this thing down at all. It's going to be horrendous what's to come. However, I don't believe that this is the real killer. The killer is what's going to happen to our economy, because it's going bust, man. It's one word describe it: fucked. And the reality of that is the whole planet goes with it until it's reset and restarted. And I've been asking people the last few days, you know, do you know what fake currency is? And not one person out of 25 people it knows what fake currency is. And that's not to say that you're some thickie, you know, no. Or not to say I'm intelligent, no, not at all. I'm not academic at all. However, I really found it unbelievable that they didn't know it. And if you don't know what a fake currency is, and 9 times out of 10 you don't know what the money system's been or has been since they created that. And so by explaining that, it might just give you a little, or shed a little bit of light on what happens when that fails. And I think we are seeing that with the underlying problem of the virus trying to cover over how they push that onto her, and how they then take total control and can manipulate from that point exactly what they want, which is the New World Order. Now, whoa, hey, what you talking about? Don't, oh God, yeah, triangles, fucking all say nice way. Hey. Look, you don't need to buy into it, but just let us say my bit. I might be getting hung by me tongue, I don't know. I'm not really that particular bothered with what's going on outside my fucking front door, because it's a mess. Like I said, radio rental. It's mental. It's absolutely insane. We're fucking panic buying over Broadway. Well, I tell you what, if you think that's fucking bad, just wait till you see what we're going to do when no one's got fuck all. Because then, how do you feed yourself? You know, the little things in life that, you know, the survival parts of life that everyone really should have, like, you know, shelter, all them types of things. Trust us, that's when you will see insane things go down. However, let's get back to fiat currency, and let's try and explain why I think that's the underlying problem. So, if you go way back in history and you check this out, you'll find that fiat currency has always failed when they've created it. It started with the Greeks, this massive economy, boom and bust. Romans, the whole fucking lot of them's been at it, okay? So, how did it come about on this one? Well, what happened was President Nixon basically took the gold reserve and silver reserve off the dollar, which means basically at the point of his presidency, the dollar was backed by gold or silver. It had been tinkered with a bit, and I think it was down to 60% on the dollar. So you took a dollar and you would get 60% worth of gold. But nevertheless, it was meant to stand for 100%. So you had $1, you get $1 worth of gold or silver. So President Nixon decides to take the whole reserve off the whole dollar, and it becomes what's called fiat currency.
I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets, except in amounts and conditions determined to be in the interest of monetary stability and in the best interest of the United States. In full cooperation with the International Monetary Fund and those who trade with us, we will press for the necessary reforms to set up an urgently needed new international monetary system. United States has always been and will continue to be a forward-looking and trustworthy trading partner.
And it becomes what called fiat currency. And the reality of that is, it's not really worth the paper it's printed on, okay? If the economy goes bust. Now, how does an economy go bust? 9 times out of 10 due to inflation. Reality based is fiat currency. Because they print money, fiat, they just keep printing dollars. The more they print, the less value, the more inflation goes up. The more inflation goes up, the more dollars you need to buy something, i.e. you look back at, say, 1920s crash. Wow. I mean, no one with £1 million could do anything with it, let alone a £5. And then you look at the scenario of Germany before World War II, having to have barrows full of Deutschmarks for a load of bread. They were starving. You know, the economy was smashed. The reality is that when that happens, basically, we all back to the Stone Age. You know, there's going to be no one able to afford anything at any point at any time. Now, if they manage to somehow paper over them cracks and keep us sort of floating, maybe they might be able to do that. I don't see how they do it because, like I say, every fiat currency since the dawn of time has failed. And my point is, at the moment, I think it's about to fail now in this current time of ours. And it's flipped, and it's getting flipped for a reason, because when they restart the clock, then they have the chance to set in motion pretty much that totalitarian system where they control everything and everything's by law. Look at Geordie Bush. Look at the father Bush, and what he said quite clearly. I don't know, it may have been 15 years ago on live TV.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be,
talking about there's going to be a new world order and it's going to be the new world order, and it's when technology meets what their vision of it was, when that time is right, they'll strike. And that's exactly what they're doing. And if you don't think that that system is possible, then just look to the Chinese, please, because they just had the virus
and they're reposting people.
They've got rid of it. Why? Because they're a dictatorship. They get shit done, you know. It's not the way to be ruled, but basically that's how they're getting rid of it so fast. However, they also have implemented, without the speak of the people, a camera system, second to none, man. They've got a camera on every street corner, the track and facial recognition. You can't go anywhere, do anything there without fucking them knowing. They switched on the phone system, they've got everyone tracked through their phone. That's, they reckon, how a lot of the virus was very quickly dealt with, because it could track every fucker there, you know. Now, you may laugh. Go and check it out. They've got this social point system now whereby, you know, they're tracking you that much that if you start drinking too much beer, oh, that's naughty, you get less points. And then you get under a certain level, they come and knock at your door and say, hey, what are you doing? You're not playing by the fucking game, you know. What game's that? The game we want you to play by, not what you want. So, you know, if you don't fit their criteria, then I'm afraid to say, you've got no liberties in the matter, you're going to get told off, it's almost like in a big classroom, you know, and then the teacher-pupil scenario, you know, you do what the teacher says and blah, 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 you know, if you're naughty, get in the corner, and that's exactly what's going to happen here. Anyway, you wouldn't check the Chinese system out. They're doing it now, you know. They've got that correction. That is what's happening or going to happen to us. We are going to see that implemented, because the panic in the people, they will just put their arm out for a chip or whatever they want to do, or they'll allow it to put cameras up because fear. False evidence appearing real. Wowza, man. Wow, wow, wow. False evidence appearing real. Fear. people, when they fear like that and they see that mass thing, you're already seeing that now and it's over nothing. You know, people going along in a trolley who've got bog roll in and someone else coming and taking that bog roll out of the trolley. I mean, come on, man, for fuck's sake. Really? That's on the so lowest levels, man. When the shit hits the fan big time, I just can't imagine what that's going to be like. I really don't. And when you can't feed your family, or you know, that type of shit kicks in, then you know, you're under the rule of the government 100% there. Now they might feed you like they did in war with Russians, and I think that's exactly what will happen. Food banks and all the rest of it, because we'll all be in the same boat. And once they recorrect and once we get going, which they will do, we'll all be bagged and tagged. And then all the situation with the cash, you know, all that'll go. I mean, you see the youngins now, they've been getting brought into the technologies, you know, scan everything, you know, contactless payments. I mean, come on, man, fuck's sake, man. They know where you've been, where you're going, what you're doing. I'm not saying it's not a bad thing in some ways, but it's when it takes away your civil liberties and they can actually see into that, and you're making a digital footprint everywhere you go. I don't want to be part of that fucking planet, you know. I think it's a total infringement on your civil liberties and liberty itself. You know, you know such thing as freedom. We don't really live in the free world. They try to say we have a democracy. You know, fucking democracy. Fuck off. Fucking fuck off. You know, smoke and mirrors one. Where you think you are in it, you think you've got something to fucking see, you think that people are going to be seen. I mean, the reality of it is just not the case. You know. The powers that be, the main people, the main men at the top, the people, the money men who have the Federal Reserve in America. It's meant to be the Bank of America. Yeah, but America don't own it. It's owned by fucking private people who've been causing the wars and making us see and watch and do all that shit through the media. They own the fucking lot. They're telling people what to tell her, when to tell her. I mean, you know, you watch the news enough, you're going to believe what they're telling you. You read the papers, you're going to believe it. These people are wired that way. And the problem is, most people just live their daily lives to that script. So, you know, what I'm saying now, you're like, whoa, what you're going on about? This can't be for fucking real. Well, maybe you think that. I don't know. You think what you want. But all I'm just saying is, the economy now at this moment, you know, let's take an example. Guy shuts his pub yesterday or whenever we're told to do it for the last night. Restaurant. These people all of a sudden have to stop trading, yeah, to a degree. They literally have to redevise their life overnight. Now, what happens if these people have already been struggling, haven't got any money to lay back on? You know, there's a million problems going to come from this that's going to just pop all over the place. And then you've got people who might be able to survive in that little rut and go on and stuff like that. But the reality is, once one starts going, they'll all go. And on this level, it's unprecedented. You know, keeping people in, saying work from home. What about the people who can't work from home? You know, shutting places like Nissan, man, for fuck's sake. You know, it's crazy. It's like, it just, to me, you can't start Virgin Atlantic up in 8 weeks' time like it never stopped. That shit doesn't work, you know. And then you go, oh, well, just come back on holiday. Well, is people got the money to go on holiday? Because if they had a pub, then they were planning on going on holiday, but now they don't because they haven't got the money to go on holiday. You get the drift. So the whole thing comes into a big void, a vortex, and just, and you know, I'm not trying to be negative here, you know, I want to be positive, but the reality is, when the backstory is that they've always wanted this to come about so they can get on top of the whole situation via technology, because the technology is there now, and then boom, how do we strike? We strike through this virus to make people think, yeah, you know, what do we do now, government? What you want to do? You can see it already, people coming on, say on the likes of Facebook, and coming on and saying, you know, stop in your house. I get what you're trying to say, stop in your houses, you know, be safe, you know, don't unnecessarily come out. I get that, I get it, but that's the whole point. I mean, false evidence appearing real. People believing through the fear tactics, you know, you're going to get this virus, your mum could catch it, your dad, you know, the old people, this, that. Fucking wow, man. It's just crushing me, you know. It's just people are just born into it already. I'm telling you, in a couple of months' time, I wouldn't like to think what we're buying into at that point. And you know, if people think that that's going to be a better society to live in, then I would think again, because I don't think it is at all. And it really blows my mind that the amount of people who've come on in business and start saying, oh, you know, my businesses, I'm going to be affected, can you help me, can you donate here and donate there? It's just like, wow, it's just fucking unbelievable. It's like they're the only ones who've got the problem. I've got to let you know, I've been in construction for years, and in 2008 we got a big blip on the map. It was a recession. People got affected by it. I got affected more than a lot of people, you know, in the sense I've worked in the domestic market, and I've done loft conversions, extensions, stuff like that. And it was the first people to basically go, oh shit, there's a recession, all we need is food, shelter, you know, the essentials. So we don't need a loft, we don't need an extension, we don't need a bathroom, we don't need a kitchen, we don't even need to do the minor stuff works. Oh, that broken handle, just leave it. As long as it's not the handle going in your house, I'm not bothered. And I went from having a very, very, very bustling, bursting, unbelievable business to literally nothing overnight, you know. And no one, and I mean no one, come and said, oh, sorry, we see you're struggling a little bit there, let's help you out. It was funny in that situation when it really got out of hand, who they did help out the government. The fucking banks, the very people who are behind everything and trying to, you know, suppress, and like not the little banks, but the banks of the banks that goes right back to the Federal Reserve. And the reality of that is, no, we'll bail them out, because they knew if they didn't bail them out, the whole fucking thing would have collapsed then. But the technology wasn't right then for it to happen then. It hadn't grown enough to control from that bust. So when it goes down, the plan is, right, plan B, which is boom, bring this upon the people. The reason why that is the case now is of technology. The technology is caught up with the time, and now this economic one's going to be the biggie. And I just, you know, I could be wrong, right? I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I don't think I'm wrong at all. I think that's the whole point since day one, since these guys got together. You know, the forefathers of the fathers that got together, they were in the stronghold and went, well, you know, we need to keep control. And year after year, they've pressed, manipulated, put together all these things to eventually push it through and get what they want, which is the New World Order. You know, like I said, Geordie Bush said it 15 years ago, and I believe he was speaking the truth and nothing but the truth. You know, they're up to no good. You know, you look at 9/11, come on, man. I mean, seriously, does people still believe that? Hey, look, you know, I know people have lost their families in that and everything. I'm not coming away from that. I just come away from the fact I don't believe it was down to terrorists. It's all made up. It's all there for to make you believe, and they're flipping. They've got control of the media. They've got control of the papers. They control everything. No wonder people in their lives buy them things, buy into it. Watching the fucking news every night. I remember watching it. I mean, if it, you know, I've said if there's always a big event, they'll come and knock on my door, and I know that they're going to do that with the coronavirus. I just know it. They will knock on my door, or they will, you know, if I step out my door and I'm not meant to, I'll get fucking told straight away, hey, get back in the fucking house. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, but I just want people to know my opinion of it, because I'm watching on Facebook, you know, a medium I really quite enjoy, and I quite sort of seeing people that you can tell and sense what they're doing. And it's blown my mind how naive the majority of the people on there. I just don't think they even realise what's fucking going on. They don't know nothing about the monetary system. You know, if you understand the whole monetary system, it's quite complex. But if you go and take time out to see how what's going on now, it doesn't work. Do they know about the Illuminati? You know, people are bullshit. I'm telling you, it's all there. You know, all this paedophilia that's come out in later years, just because of technology, it's popping all over. These things are been going on since the dawn of time, honestly. It's just been well covered up. And it's all to do with this big, you know, New World Order situation where they want this planet to revolve around them and the way they want it to revolve, not the way me and you want. They don't want small businesses. They want to extinguish them. They want just big corporations. They want to control it properly to the level where we're just a fucking drone. We're just a number. We just turn up, do our thing, and fuck off back home. You know, I'm telling you, it's coming. I mean, I've got, you know, I've got family and a young family, and you know, I mean, what am I meant to say to them? I can only be honest and tell them that's what I think's going to happen, because I don't believe that they're going to live in a world that I lived in my time. I'm not saying they won't conform to it. They may do, but it wouldn't be me. I just don't think I could live in that time, and most people on this planet couldn't at the moment, who have been brought up like me, to think they have freedom, even though we haven't really had true freedom. We've had a lot more freedom, like in general terms, than you think, but not pure freedom. We're still being run and suppressed and, you know, governed by law. And to a degree, there has to be some of that. I understand why they would put that in place, but a lot of it's unfair, unjust, and I don't believe, you know, that that situation is going to help anybody, you know, going forward, because it's just going to get out of hand to a level that you wouldn't believe. I mean, like, for instance, give you an example, if you're chipped, or if you're in China and you speed from one place to another, you know, you just go beyond this. They've got your miles mapped out, the time it should take, boom, boom, boom. If you were stuck in traffic, they know that. So they go, you were speeding, ticket through the door. If you jaywalk in China, I'm telling you now, you got a ticket. Or you come up on the board, you naughty boy, you shouldn't. You know, I've got fucking televisions in the fucking street telling you, hey, what you doing? It's that clever. It's unbelievable. Can't do nout. Can't take a shit, man, in peace, you know. And we all know that when you do that, you want to do that in privacy, you know, of your own little room, you know. I mean, if in there where you're taking the shit, I mean, I just wouldn't feel right, you know. I just wouldn't. Anyway, that's another conversation for another day. But my thoughts is that it's the end of the world as we know it. I truly do believe that, but only as we know it. The new world that's coming is going to be totally different, unrecognizable in the next 10 years, you know. And I fear for, if the collapse happens, what really goes down because of that. Because the reality was, I thought what the chain of events were, that America, when the market went down, the plan was that obviously the unrest that was created in the States literally overnight would kick up, because then they're realizing their money's worthless, you know. Like, people who've got like 5 million are wiped out overnight, and all of a sudden say, what the fuck's going on, gives me money. You know, I know people now who've had money wiped off what they thought they had money, disappeared overnight, and that's just off stocks and shares. So when the inflation kicks in because of the fiat currency, and it all sorts of start to boom, then all of a sudden you realize your money can't buy you shit. You know, the paper money, yeah? Not the gold and silver. The people with the gold and silver, trust us, they're not us. They're the big boys. They've got that. And then they start moving it again. The whole society would kick off big time looting, you name it, trying to just, knocking on people's doors and jumping in the houses to get food. Just food. They wouldn't even take your 52-inch plasma, they just fucking want your food. So the reality of that is that in America you would get this situation where before you could say boo, within like 2-3 months, the whole place would be like gone, because they would introduce martial law and they would just be shooting people on the spot who was getting out of hand, and trust us, they would shoot them. They would go, you're not doing as you're told. Because people go, well, I haven't eaten for 3 days, I need to eat. So survival would be, I need to get out to eat, and you're not allowed out. People think, no, I can't be fucking right. Well,
basically, in the percentage of their income that goes to food. And we see this as a ratio, and we know that there are some danger points. For example, in Egypt recently, once that ratio got to 40%, of income going to food and the price of food rising due to inflation. When it got to 40%, that's historically a point where people actually stage a revolution. And that's exactly what we saw. The French Revolution, similarly, was all around the price of food getting to a certain critical point where people simply, the risk reward for revolution was favorable toward revolution.
When they print it up, then it all goes down.
Well, exactly right, because when you have a runaway inflation, it's punishing the very people who are most productive in society. In other words, the people that produce more than they consume and save the difference. The problem is that those productive people, the savers, save in their national currency. And unfortunately, the national currency is just a fiat piece of paper at this point. So when it's destroyed through runaway inflation, that $100,000 that you were hoping to retire on doesn't exist. And the things that you were going to buy with it and provide for others don't exist either. Now what are you going to do?
All that stuff that milk into this big barrel of shit that they've been developing and pushing on for years now, false flags all over the place, and I just believe that it's all coming because of the technology. The time for them is right now, and we're going to see that implemented in the next, 2 to 3 years. It's gonna, we're just not going to be living on the same planet, It's going to change like that. And you think of what we're doing now to hide and manipulate and steal from each other, in the pharmaceutical industries. It's just bare thinking about, it just doesn't. We should be ashamed of the planet we've created, and the fathers of the forefathers, or whatever you want to fucking call them. I just don't get why they can't see the justice in, not sharing equal. I don't believe in that, because someone who works hard and does a day's graft doesn't mean to say he's any better than anyone else or he should get more money. But what I'm saying is just a system where it's fair and there's no lies, and obviously we realise he's rich because he's done X, Y, Z. That's fine. That's cool, That's not where the problem lies. It's where the deceit and the lies and the cheating that goes on, and the things that would get told not to see. I mean, you just look at the meat industry alone, since the dawn of time, since I was born, I was like, eat meat, son, not even a mention of how that came to the table. And then when you find out, you think, that can't be right, can it? But it is, and then you still eat meat, obviously, God bless the vegans of the world, God bless the vegetarians, but you still don't want to know, you turn a blind eye. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We should be ashamed of how we are and who we are and how we fucking produce shit, from the sweatshop in China to the fucking slaughterhouse down the road. That's, some of the inhumane ways that do stuff and that treat things, and from the circus bear to the circus elephant, and how the fucking the zoos. You don't realise that thing. You come along and your little kids have a look at the elephant there. Fucking hell, man. How the fucking hell did we end up with this situation when, the corn, the powers that be, they knew that was going on from day one. They've always knew. They've always had that bigger vision, because They've created a lot of it, and we haven't seen behind the scenes. They've been behind the scenes. They can see that manipulation. They can see that corruption. It's fucking colossal, you know, colossal shit. And I just, you know, I've got to say, it's just unfucking believable, and it's something that I don't think it's ever going to stop, because greed's a funny thing, you know, and I just believe people are the biggest people on the planet, the big earners. They're just fucking greedy, you know, and they just want more. They just want fucking more. Well, hopefully, you know, there might be some light at the end of the tunnel. If there is, then God bless you all. But personally, I think we are seeing the end of days, you know. Not the end of the world, just the end of days as we know it, you know. This system we've got now is fucked. It's going. It's out. It's the technology's caught up. It's gonna happen. Bingo. You know. Boom. So if you think we're just stopping in for a virus, and the situation about to happen with that, I just really don't. I think that's the tip of the iceberg. I really do. I think the underneath what you should be looking at. And I'm not trying to belittle this virus in any way, shape or form, but I'm telling you, what's coming is 20 times worse. I could be proved to be wrong. I could be proved to be hung by my tongue, but I'm willing to go on record and camera and say what I'm saying, because at times I've sort of thought it was going to happen earlier. I thought it was going to go down, and it hasn't. And you know, I've never said anything, but in the back of my mind I thought, mate, it's going to happen. But then I thought, maybe that's why it didn't happen. But now I don't know. There's just something about the time, the system we're in. You look at the younger kids, and honestly, they can't even have a conversation with you. They're just with their phone 24/7. It's fucking stuck to that, you know. And then they're talking about this 5G. I don't know how true that is, you know, whether that's real, but there's people really waxing lyrical about that shit, you know, about how it's army grade fucking radiated shit that's coming out and causing cancer, and you just wonder what the fuck is that all about. But anyway, that's getting a little bit off the track of what we're trying to, you know, or what I wanted to really come on camera for. And you know, at the end of the day, this isn't one of me Storyvilles. It isn't a comic strip fucking presents, you know. It isn't it isn't you know, a music review. It's just a bit of serious chat, you know. Hopefully you can see the serious side in this, you know. Even though I could have made this quite funny, I didn't really want to do that, because you know, that just would have been wrong, wouldn't it? Fuck it, you know. I think coronavirus is about the fucking size of it, but like I say, you know, people, they're just gone crazy, you know, and that's at the lowest level now. You know, you're looking at this little bit. What happens when it goes up here? Fuck. Wow, I think I'm just going to have my mind blown, you know. People say, I'm really frightened, I'm this, I'm that. Fucking right, you want to fucking be, because I'm telling you, if it fucking hits home like I'm thinking it's going to hit, fear. You wouldn't even fucking be able to relate to what's going on. It will just go, it'll just burn you out, it'll burn you up. It'll be the survival of the fittest on that level. Even though people are trying to keep order, it will be just fucking chaos, you know. Just trying to think of something that would give you an example of that. Maybe a fire in a building, you know, and people. 9/11 is a good example when it hit. You know, the utter chaos that created in the city. You know, from the fire engines to the army to the mayor to the people who were dying, the people who were jumping because they couldn't get out. You know, it was fucked. And that was just a little tiny bit. Imagine that just going on everywhere, on every street corner, you know, on every street. I mean, fuck, it's scary, man, what could happen. It could really go off, and like you see, you've only got a few people that's going to control that, and they are going to be given the right to shoot on sight. I'm telling you, they won't fucking even ask your name. They'll just go, you are not doing as you're fucking told. Get the fuck out, you know. And there'll be body bags everywhere, because they'll be cleaning them up on the night and going round on big fucking council trucks going poof, 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 you know. They probably even won't put you in a fucking body bag. They just chuck you on there, take you to the incinerator, and you'd be fucking gone. There'll be no burials, there'll be no fucking crosses in the ground. Because that reality is the only reality in a situation like that. You can't control it any otherwise, but it's a great way to get rid of the fucking best part of the population, because most people ain't gonna fucking conform. They're just not gonna fucking do it. So anyway, hopefully I haven't saddened you too much and you've learned a little bit, and I'm going to do a couple of little runs on different things like the money system and like different things where I think there's a false flag and different things, and maybe elaborate on some of the stuff I've talked about, the Chinese situation, and maybe go a bit more in depth so you understand more. I've just briefed over stuff. Maybe you're thinking, fucking hell, I need to look that up. Go and look it up, go and look it up. There's shitloads of shit like this on the fucking net, man. It's you know, it's a headache tablet, but you know, if you piece the dots together and you go way back to them money makers, the Rothschilds and Morgans, that's where it's all came about. That's where it's all for, you know. I was thinking out the box a little bit and not going too far, but I watched a video documentary, The Greatest Story, I think it's The Greatest Story Never Told, and it's about Adolf Hitler, and it's 6 hours long, and it's absolutely fascinating, because you would never think of him in that light. You would never think of that time in that light. You would never think anything other than what you were told to think by the media at the time, by the new coverage at the time, by the papers of the time, by the people of the time. You know, and you know, we as British people, you know, very patriotic, and I get that. But when you watch something like that, you really have to stop to think, whoa, could that be true, you know? Could that be true? And it's things like that will eventually come to pass that you realise is true, and then you really realise how much the manipulation has been at play. And when you see it on that level, you go, holy shit, you know, you talk about being lied to. I mean, fuck. If some of that stuff's real and truthful, then we've been proper lied to. And I do believe we have been lied to on a lot of occasions. 9/11, you name it, World War I, World War II, fucking the Battle of Waterloo, they reckon they were betting on that motherfucker. That's Napoleonic. It's like, come on, man, for fuck's sake, really? They reckon they were saying Napoleon's winning this all day long, and all the people at the time who were influenced were going down the line, or getting everyone to go down the line that Napoleon's going to win, so, you know, bet your money on this, we'll do this. Knowing fine well that we were going to win. And that changed everything, you know. They reckon they just cleaned up, and they've got all running down the wrong fucking street. I don't know whether I'll be proved to be right or wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong, if I'm being honest, because even though the world is messed up, I do believe we're in a time where we could fix it if we really all come together, but only from the lowest levels. And I don't believe that's possible, because the powers that be won't allow that to happen. They want to suppress us, they want to control us. And with them having the ace card, should we say, all the aces, we are going to struggle to get any of them. They've got the money, they've got the reserves, they've got the property, they've got everything, you know. And that's the problem. They've got the corporations that just control a lot of stuff. However, because we're massively populated, they don't control it all. So in that particular case, it's one of those where you think, well, you know, how do we get control right down to the bottom dregs of that barrel? And it's all to do with the technologies of GPS and chipping people and, you know, swiping things and electronic signatures here, there and everywhere. Wow. You know, anyway, sign of the times maybe. Who knows? It's been great chatting to you for a little while there. I hope I haven't bored you too much. I hope I've made you think. And I'm sure I'll be back with a few more of these videos in the coming weeks, you know, this being the first one. Hopefully I haven't put people off watching, and I'll see either on one of these new flash things, I'm just probably going to put it under, and back for some humorous stuff in the Storyville, and I'm going to try and do some more music reviews to lighten the load, and while you're all sitting on your arse at home trying to self-isolate, you maybe be watching some Binny TV, and hopefully you know, it might be my swan song out of here, in that people start to see the light a little bit through some of the things that, you know, I don't know whether that's been said to you or whether you even know half the stuff I've mentioned. I'm hoping you have. If you haven't, maybe this has been enlightening enough to make you want to watch more. Anyway, it's good night from me. It's good night from him. Who? Yeah, him. Who? Me. You. Who? Me. Thee. Thou. Good night and God bless. I love you, man. Butcher, butchie.